You know, there are indications that these climbing numbers may be concerning the president and making him feel differently about that equation. When should people stay home? When should people get back to work?
It's your life, then it's your safety. And if we need more time, they're not going to have a problem waiting it out.
There was no mention today about opening up parts of the country by Easter. Today, President Trump spoke of a different priority.
We do want to flatten the curve. We want to see that curve start heading down in the other direction at a minimum. And we really have to talk about areas of the country that have not been affected or certainly have had a very small effect. And we'll see. I certainly want to get it open as soon as possible. I don't want it to be long, but we also want it to open safe. Otherwise, what did we do?
The president said he will be consulting with his medical advisors, including the nation's leading expert on infectious diseases, Dr. Anthony Fauci, early next week before making any decisions. The president responded to criticism that his administration has not provided enough life-saving equipment, including ventilators and personal protective equipment, for healthcare providers on the front lines.
Millions and millions of pieces of equipment have been delivered successfully by us, purchased and delivered, and we've made it available to the states. And the governors have been very gracious for the most part, I would say. A couple that aren't appreciative of the incredible job.
Also today, after a week saying he didn't need to do it, the president invoked the Defense Production Act, a law that allows a president to force companies to make wartime supplies. He issued an order obligating General Motors to make ventilators after saying for days they would do so voluntarily. GM will work with a medical company at a plant in Indiana.
The motion is adopted.
This morning across town on Capitol Hill, the House passed a historic $2.2 trillion bill with bipartisan support. And as you can see, lawmakers who made it into the House chamber were keeping their distance from each other and wiping down microphones and chairs.
This bill is not perfect, no bill ever is, but it is the strong medicine we need to defeat this invisible enemy.
This is a 9/11 moment. A time to put partisan differences aside.
The law provides billions in loans and grants to small and big businesses, and as polls show, a third of Americans say they or a family member has been laid off. The government will send checks to most individuals of up to $1,200, double for couples, and an additional $500 for each child. The IRS could deposit the payments directly in bank accounts within 3 weeks, but some taxpayers may not get their checks for as long as 4 months.
We're so pleased today to be able to have passed on the floor practically unanimously this important bill, CARES, and we want to demonstrate that we do care for the American people in every way.
As I said on the floor, the virus is here. We did not ask for it. We did not invite it. We did not choose it. But with the passing of this bill, you will see that we will fight it together, and we will win together.
Moments later, President Trump signed the historic bill into law.
It's a great honor. $6.2 trillion. I've never signed anything with a T on it.
Democrats were not invited to the signing ceremony. Tonight, on a CNN virtual town hall, Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden was asked how he would balance the need to save the economy and the need to slow the spread of the deadly virus.
You cannot make this economy grow until you deal with the virus. And we end that curve. We have an exponential curve of it going up, increasing every 2 days, doubling lately every 2 days, or every 3 days. And so we have to deal, they're one and the same. You can't deal with the economic crisis until you deal with the healthcare crisis.
So what happens next? Well, that initial 15-day period the president set for social distancing, which caused many people to stay home and businesses closed, that period is up on Monday. Now, the president has been saying all week long he expects to have more information coming up on Monday. But today, he said it may take a little bit longer, maybe not Monday, Tuesday, sometime early next week after he has a chance to speak to both his financial and his healthcare advisors. Let's go back to you.
All right, Randy, thank you.